So how's it going, motherfuckers? I wanted to do a little rant here on. Was listening to Vince Russo's podcast, and I heard Meltzer Magoo and Brian Alvarez talking about G3. What does the G even stand for in G3? Is it fly like a G6? Well, I guess it's only half as fly because it's just a G3. What a bunch of nonsense that these these guys, these wrestling journalists, you actually had Meltzer Magoo saying that this was better, or Brian Alvarez, it was one of them, the two gay boys right there, the team right there, the inseparable twins. They're just like, they should have been twins at least. They're always together, they're always agreeing with one another. But has there ever been a time where Meltzer, Magoo, and Brian Alvarez have ever disagreed? So they say that G3 has been better than every WrestleMania ever made, pretty much, than your typical WrestleMania. Are you kidding me? So here's the thing: why did these guys even bother to report on WWE? If Japan and Japanese wrestling and New Japan are so great and G3 is so great, I mean, what is this man's obsession with Oriental men? Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, is this what he's attracted to? Is Dave Meltzer, is Meltzer Magoo even married? Is Brian Alvarez? Maybe they secretly married to each other? Because, well, I think he's in the wrong relationship. Is it they may be together because Meltzer and Brian Alvarez couldn't find, any Japanese people here in this country that they, could get into a relationship with? Because, I mean, it's quite obvious that both these guys have a deep affection for Japanese people and the country of Japan and Japanese wrestling, to be more specific. I mean, this guy should be married to a Japanese wrestler. I mean, because, I mean, he's obsessed with Japanese wrestling. I mean, when we're talking about American wrestling, the guy goes right ahead and he compares it to Japanese wrestling like it's the gold standard or something, like it's untouchable. Let's be perfectly honest. Japanese wrestling has always been and always will be as boring as fucking shit. And that is exactly why you haven't had any Japanese wrestlers really get over. The most popular wrestler, when people were still watching, that was Japanese, was Tajiri. People liked him because of his crazy facial expressions, the fact that they paired him with Tori Wilson, and the crazy skits he did with William Regal. And because he had a gimmick that made him recognizable with the green mist, when he would blow the mist into people's faces and stuff, when he blinded Nydia with it, Jamie Noble's girlfriend. That was the reason why, for a long time, that was the only guy that was over. Jimmy Wang Yang used to get a pop because, it was crazy that, I know Jimmy Wang Yang, I believe the guy was actually Korean. I don't even think he was Japanese, but he portrayed a Japanese. So there you go. One of the most popular Japanese wrestlers wasn't even Japanese in the WWE. Now you've got this Kenzo Suzuki wannabe, Nakamurphy, and people are all gravitating towards him. And I'm not saying this guy's not charismatic. I'm not saying this guy doesn't have a certain character and way about him. But of course you've got all the goofballs from Wade Keller to Meltzer Magoo saying, take away his character, take away Nakamurphy's character, make him a plain old Japanese guy. Keller was talking about a promo for Nakamurphy, where he was going to stop acting, all weird and stuff and like the artist, and he was going to just do a straight up promo. And the thing is, what was making me laugh about Wade Keller saying this is the fact that Nakamurphy barely knows how to speak English, and he's doing this perfectly dictioned promo. You know, like being all grammatically correct. The guy speaks broken English. The only thing I've heard this guy say was yes when when Baron Corbin says, "Oh, does it look like I'm afraid of you?" when he was doing the backstage brawl with him, and he goes, "Yes." And this guy Wade Keller actually thinks he could cut a whole promo. I mean, what kind of drugs are these people on? I mean, they report on this shit, and the stuff that they report doesn't even make a goddamn lick of sense. Anyway, so Meltzer Magoo is talking about G3. No one's even heard of G3. The YWC will post on this video and many others. Oh, I love G3. You know, you're just ignorant because you don't want to watch it. I mean, it's the thing is, yeah, I don't want to watch it. Exactly. Congratulations for figuring that one out. You're a regular Sherlock Holmes. I mean, you figured it out, motherfucker. I mean, for God's sakes, why would I want to watch G3? I mean, seriously. I grew up watching the WWE and WCW, you know, American wrestling, of sports entertainment with characters and over the top, larger than life personalities. Why would I want to sit there and see a bunch of grown men stiffing each other? I'm not going to sit there and watch guys pretending to fight as real as they can with it still being fake. What a concept that wrestling is fake, but you know we're going to make it dangerous for the person we're wrestling. By trying to hit each other as hard as we can, while it's not still not being really as hard as we can because it's still. I mean, it's the weirdest thing, and they just need to stop that crap already. Stiff workers. I love him because he's stiff. I mean, people who say that, not only do they sound like gay and weird and pedophilic, they also just, they're the weirdest people I've ever heard. I mean, have you ever met a person in the YWC? Have you ever met a normal Japanese? It's hard enough finding just a normal wrestling fan who's not weird in some way. I mean, my God, I'm not saying that I'm completely normal or that you're completely normal, if you agree with this video, but Japanese wrestling fans are these like secluded, weird people with no jobs, and all they do is watch the fucking New Japan on the screen all day, and they're sitting there getting pissed off because Billy Gunn had a match. Oh, yeah, my God, Billy Gunn, probably the most charismatic wrestler that they've had there since AJ Styles left, and they're going to rage because Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass, is wrestling a match. I mean, they should be fucking kissing that canvas because Billy Gunn, I don't care what anybody says, is a legend. He's involved in one of the most entertaining over tag teams and factions. Team Generation X, the New Age Outlaws, the Ass Man gimmick. I mean, this guy is recognizable. You see Billy Gunn and you know who he is right away. You take a look at Nakamurphy and nobody knows who the fuck that is. I mean, seriously, you show somebody, a picture on your phone of both wrestlers, and I guarantee you, more than half the people, who are like late 20s, maybe, mid 20s and above, will know who Billy Gunn is. Most people will not know who Nakamurphy is because they have not been watching wrestling in years. And they're also smart people because they knew when to give it up. And they also were stronger willed than I to realize when to give up that horrible fucking product that has not been good in a very, very, very long time. So, I mean, this statement just totally blew me away. You think back to these amazing WrestleManias that we had, WrestleMania 17, WrestleMania 19, WrestleMania 20. I don't care what anybody says. WrestleMania 2000 was also too many tag matches. Yeah, but I liked it. I don't really care. I liked having a McMahon in every corner. I liked the triangle ladder match. It had a lot of attitude and a lot of good moments. So, if you don't like WrestleMania 2000, you want to listen to what culture says, oh, it wasn't good because it had too many tag matches. Please go tell those cucks over there at What Culture to shove it up their British asses, because you watch What Culture, and these guys, did the same thing. They have no idea what wrestling is supposed to be. But you've got Adam over there. Adam, the lead guy over there. He thinks he knows what wrestling is all about. The guy's like the same age as me, growing up with the Attitude Era and all these great wrestlers and personalities. Oh, all I want to do is talk about Sami Zayn, and all I want to do is put over how great Kevin Owens is. What a wonderful worker. What a wonderful worker. The work rate's great. Well, a bunch of losers over there. And then you've got that fat guy with the crown. I mean, does anybody care about what he says? He's fat, just like Kevin Owens. No one's going to listen to a big fatty with a crown on his head. I mean, my God. Oh yeah, now Adam Blimpie, whatever the hell his name is. What a weird ass name. What is he? A sandwich shop? I mean, Adam Blimpie over there. Trying to put over these guys that work a stiff style or a strong style. What is this nonsense about these idiots? Who are they trying to impress? Oh, look how artsy and an underground I am. I watch Japanese wrestling. I'm on a higher wrestling plateau than you. Well, you can enjoy, the company of all those other neat nerds and geek wads over there on your Japanese wrestling pedestal, and I'll stay over here with the normal people, or the close to as possible normal people. And you guys could go stay over there and masturbate to your Japanese Oriental gods, because I'm good. Trust me, I'm okay. I'm good over here. I don't need that weirdo Japanese stuff. I mean, these are the same weirdos that created hentai. And you're going to uh, start praising Japanese wrestling as being some great, benevolent form of wrestling. All it is a more boring form of WWE. That's all it is. Oh, the Bullet Club, so amazing. Yeah, it's a ripoff of the NWO, and a very, very bad ripoff. It really is. It was like going to the flea market and you see something that looks like Power Rangers, and then it was like the Power People or the Power Troopers. You remember that? Like, it was like knockoffs, but they were like there. It's just like a different packaging. It was like some like Indonesian kid painting that shit, and they just stuck it in the different package. I mean, that's what it is. It's a really, really bad knockoff, is all it is. Just a bad knockoff of the NWO, and we all saw how the Bullet Club turned out when it came stateside. McMahon ruined it? No, I think it was already bad before it even got here, to be quite honest. Talented people, no doubt, but I didn't really see what was so great. I mean, we're doing this. This is the fucking Too Sweet. This is the NWO. This is the Wolf Pack. That shit had been done 17 years prior. So, okay, maybe to the new generation that was amazing, but to this generation, that's just old and tiresome, and we could watch that on the network, and it's 20 times better, with way more charismatic guys doing the same exact shit, and like I said, doing it way better and having better presence, way better presence. You'd actually care that those guys were actually out there. Who gives a fuck about these other jobbers just pretending to be like Hogan and Nash and Hall? So I mean, like, I'm still just stunned. Like, how can somebody, the majestic WrestleMania, bring themselves to say that some, just hentai style wrestling organization, G3, is their product? It's like a 3-day event or something. Like, what? We need to have 3 days of this shit? It's like, one WrestleMania, one super card is good enough a year. One pay per view, is good enough. We have to have a 3-day event. What the hell is that crap? Day three of G3 was better than anything in Mania has ever. Oh, okay, so Austin and Rock at WrestleMania 17, that epicness, Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, that feeling people had as Hulk Hogan slammed Andre, all those amazing moments, you know, you're going to overlook all that because we had a 5-star wrestling match in Japan. I mean, and also it's like so distant. It's in Japan. If it happens in your country, it feels more special. So like, why do people care what's happening so far away? Halfway around the world. You should care about certain things, obviously, but not wrestling from that far away. What I mean, like, my God, what is that all about? I'm saying the obsession. Meltzer Mogu is a man possessed by a Japanese spirit or something. Or what is it, the grudge or some shit? I don't know. I'm like always confused listening to this guy. He's like a 57-year-old man growing up, living this wrestling journalist business. He's seen it all. He's seen the Attitude Era. He's seen everything there has been to see, and yet he's still going to praise it. He's going up in arms about it. Every single podcast, every single newsletter, he's praising it like it's the greatest thing he's ever seen. And the thing is, like I said, it's second rate shit. It's nothing special. It's boring stuff is what it is. And you're gonna try to sell that idea that the G3 is better than Mania, and the YWC will probably applaud him. He has the guts to say it because no one would make a statement like that. At what point do we like make statements that are just so obscure that we just lose all credibility? Because that is Meltzer Magoo right there. Dave Meltzer has made one too many claims that's totally outrageous. Where you just have to weigh these things out and just be like, you know, come on already. I mean, and I love that Magoo and Alvarez actually alluded to the fact that maybe they're conning people. Like they actually mentioned it in their podcast where they says, "Oh, people think that it's like some type of conspiracy that we're just trying to lead people astray by saying the Japanese wrestling in G3 is better. It just that's how it happens." Actually, yes, it is. That's a false narrative you're trying to feed people. That's how you like wrestling to be. But I preferred wrestling when it was like hot, like in 98 and 99 and 2000, when people actually cared about the performers on screen. Like you obviously don't care. You want this like pure form of wrestling with no storylines. You don't like the soap opera aspect, and that's just fine for Japan. That's just fine and dandy. But that has been proven that does not get ratings at all because they've tried that. Is this Nakamurphy guy? Is he getting ratings? I don't see the numbers going through the roofs. I look at the ratings all the time. I don't see Nakamurphy drawing anybody. That's not putting more asses in the seats. You've had Nakamurphy out there in prominent positions. It's not getting the ratings up at all. It's a bunch of lies, is what it is. Lies is what it is. He's a liar. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of crap that he spews on his podcast to get noticed. And the YWC and the IWC, they love the man because he's a real truth seeker. He speaks his mind. He speaks bullshit. What is what it is. bullshit in these. The thing is, the guy should actually be speaking in Japanese, not in English. Why don't you fully commit to it, Meltzer? You love Japan so much, go move there. Like I gave you an idea weeks ago. Why don't you go to the Tokyo Dome and sleep in the fucking parking lot or something? Or go sleep at the concession stands in the Tokyo Dome. Go sleep in the bathroom stalls over there. You want to be close to that. That's like your church. That's your holy building, the Tokyo Dome. Oh, it's so majestic. You love it. It's like St. Patrick's Cathedral for you. You bow down and you worship the Tokyo Dome. Oh, I love your Tokyo Dome. Oh, let me feel the structure of these walls. Is this real concrete? Oh, yes, it is, Meltzer. And only the finest Japanese concrete for you. Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. I know. If you listen to this video, you're gonna like probably be like, Brad's got a great idea there. He's got a point there about them concrete walls. That's for you, Meltzer. Go sleep in the Tokyo Dome. Go buy a ticket. Stay in Japan. Be with your lover boys over there because that's exactly what you want. Why doesn't the guy just admit it? Why is he wasting his time in this country if he wants to just praise another one so vehemently and just all he does all day is he talks about in his podcast how much he wishes WWE could be like Japanese wrestling. Why should one promotion be like another promotion? Isn't it bad enough we've already got all these different Japanese wrestling promotions? We've got New Japan, we've got G3, which I still don't even know what it is. I've got a feeling that many people here in the YWC don't even know what G3 is, but because Meltzer Magoo said he liked it, automatically it's the best thing ever. Best thing ever. Anyway, praise it all you want, but Japanese wrestling is still not going to get over here in this country, whether Magoo says or not. And the fact that he had the nerve to say that this pointless, nameless G3 show was better than any Mania we've ever had. Did you think about the matches at Mania, the moments at Mania, the people that have competed at WrestleMania? Just the spectacle and grandeur of the event. And you think about the numbers and the audience that these huge events have drawn and the numbers they've pulled and the amount of money they've made. And this guy is taking this random small event that I guarantee you only a couple of thousand people are going to watch just there on YouTube. Not on pay-per-view or anything, but they're going to watch it right there probably on YouTube. And, you know, they're going to watch, a pirated version here. And that's what they're going to watch. And they're going to say, oh, that was better. I'm just saying, how the hell does anybody say that that's better than WrestleMania 17? How are people saying that's better than WrestleMania 3? How are people saying that that's better than any WrestleMania? I'm pretty sure it wasn't even as good as WrestleMania 9 or WrestleMania 11, all the WrestleManias that people like to shit all over. Even at the worst Mania, I'm sure it was still better and more majestic than G3 Day 3. Give me a break, guys. Anyway, until next time.